guys, welcome back to Just Another Rant. This is a podcast about two best friends talking about whatever we want to talk about because it is our podcast, not yours. Yes, I stole that from Katya and Trixie Mattel, my favorite drag queens. Like, can you blame me? It's such a good intro. Anyway, so this episode is going to be in English because it's been a while since we've done anything in English, and we thought it might be fun to revive the tradition.
We actually don't even have a title yet. We haven't figured it out. But in case you don't know, I'm Queen, and I have say your name, please.
My name's Mai.
Yeah, and then just the usual two people on this podcast. But this episode, we think we're just gonna talk about personality, but it can always go off rail, like it always does. And you're not allowed to complain. And we're bringing you joy. I'm pretty sure we're bringing you joy. And this is your only source of joy for the week. So, yeah, don't complain.
And if you want, an episode on an episode in Vietnamese, you can listen to our last episode, which was about opening a coffee shop.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are we going to talk about today?
Personality. Just that's it. And let's start with like the what is it? The traditional personality indicator, which is our zodiac sign. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Capricorn, but I've never felt like a Capricorn. Mm-hmm. I've always felt more Aquarius, and I always read Aquarius when I look at my horoscope, right? So I'm a trans zodiac. I guess I identify as, I was born a Capricorn, but I identify as an Aquarius, and you cannot complain about that. It is a real thing.
Yeah, I'm sure it's real. And is Aquarius like the sign after Capricorn?
Yes.
Yeah, because you were born like at the end of the cycle, I guess.
Yeah, so it's kind of like blurry. Yeah. Like the lines is very blurred.
Yeah, and I am at the middle of the Capricorn cycle. And I'm also in Capricorn, and I feel like I'm not 100% like the stereotypical Capricorn qualities. But yeah,
you kind of are. Like you kind of are.
Am I?
Okay, so what do you think of a Capricorn? Like, if I say, "Oh, I am a Capricorn," what do you think? I mean,
you're very serious.
They're serious.
Very motivated. Very like probably conservative, and like like strict and stiff and not flexible. And
yeah, that was my impression of you when we first met.
Really? Maybe I am.
No, I remember, but maybe a little bit. I don't know. It was like, so long. It was so long ago.
Yeah,
like but 7 years.
Guess, like I do appear like that at first, but you gotta break the ice.
But like I feel like for other people, when they first met me, I was that kind of Capricorn stereotype. I was like, oh, this bitch, like don't talk to her, like.
Which is not false, actually. Like I don't.
Like, which is kind of true. Which is kind of true, right?
Yeah.
Just don't talk to me. Not much. You can be friendly, but don't expect me to be your friend.
True.
And I really hate when people, because like in Vietnamese we have like different words to address other people, and I really hate when people use something more a little bit too informal for me. When they first met me, I was like, I'm not your friend yet. Like, stop. No, like, stop that.
Is it like there are so many pronouns in Vietnam, right? Is it called pronouns?
It's not.
I don't know.
It's in Vietnamese we say từ xưng hô.
Yeah, but like there are many ways that you can refer to a person. It's not just you and me, so it's very confusing. And like I think like when we first met, if like say in Vietnamese you're in friendly terms with your friends, if you're close enough, you would actually like say "mày tao" as like to each other. It's kind of like bitch, something like that. Not really, but the same vibes. And like when people that I'm not comfortable with or close with, they started just using Mbti with me, and I'm just like, okay, you're stepping over the line. Like,
Right.
that's not
That's
it.
too far.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that is disrespectful.
Yeah.
And like I think that what makes me a Capricorn to a lot of people. Like
Mhm.
I have my boundaries and I don't want you to step over it.
True. Yeah. Yeah. I'm I guess kind of stubborn with the
Oh, but
boundaries.
like Capricorn is my sun sign, right? Because you also have a moon sign.
I have no idea what those mean. Like what is it, like moon rising or something? Like all of that. I only know I'm the Capricorn because that was what it is on the
Right.
magazine. Because every week there's a horoscope. Like on the magazine when I was little, every magazine has like a horoscope kind of quiz or something like that.
Mhm.
And my birthday was in between the cycles of Capricorn. So I was just like, I'm a Capricorn, but I never know if it's like sun or moon or rising.
Right. I don't really get that. Like astrology used to be so simple and now it's
True.
like rising, ascendant. I really don't get that.
And like there's like a whole narrative about like tuning your kind of like tuning your energy to the moon cycle or the sun cycle. I'm just like, what are you talking about? Like, is this science based? Or is it just like some gibberish? It's like some bullshit. You're making it up. It cannot be real. The symbols of the zodiac signs look pretty. That's about it. That's the most I care. Just the symbol. And yeah, but I think a lot of the stuff in horoscope, I guess, it's just placebo.
I feel like every sign is
Mhm.
undesirable to them. Because like if you think about Gemini, people hate Gemini. And then if you think about Virgo, people hate Virgo. If you think about Scorpion, Scorpios, people say, oh, they're manipulative, they are, murderers and something like that.
Yeah.
So like you don't want it to be any of the signs. So like which is the good sign, which is the bad sign? I never know.
You know what the good sign?
Am I
The
a good
good sign
sign?
is
Am I a good sign? Like is Capricorn cool? Is Capricorn
Capricorn is definitely a good sign because we are a part of it. We are the alumni. We
I don't
are-
know because like I identify as Aquarius, so like we're actually on a
Uh,
different team now.
oh, that's that. I don't know, but like in theory, we are the same. In
Maybe
theory,
Capricorn and Aquarius are cool, and everyone else is bad.
sucks. Just accept it. If you're not a Capricorn or an Aquarius, I'm sorry. You're not welcome to the
But
club. You're not.
be a trans Aquarius.
Yeah, you can identify. It might not legitimately be
Mhm.
like a Capricorn, but you can identify. Just like mine. Mine is not an Aquarius.
Excuse me, are you invalidating my identity?
I'm so sorry. Sharon.
Okay, like, I'm trying so I can make these jokes. Okay, like you, like cis people don't. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. What should we talk about
What else
next?
do we have? Now let's I think we have moved on to something a little bit more science based, and not just like some gibberish from like Asian time. We have moved on to MBTI. And
Right, which is like
I think
which makes a lot more sense to
it makes a
me,
lot more sense.
and it's so
Obviously.
cute.
Yeah, and
It's
it's
kinda
like
cute.
it's kind of like the zodiac, I guess, but it's just I think it understands more of the nuance of people,
Mhm.
right? And it's like it's not just like, oh, you're an INTP. It's like how many percent of an I you are, and how many percent of it of T.
Right. There's like functions.
Yeah. Now, is that accurate? Like, probably not. But I don't know. I like it. It makes sense to me. What is your MBTI?
I'm a INFP.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Yeah.
is I don't know because like when I look into the community of MBTI people, can I say that? INFP kind of have a bad rap for being like babies. Hey, I see those memes. I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then
But
I was like,
is
okay,
it?
like I don't think that is accurate or like it's cute,
And it's like it's funny too. I don't think it's a bad rep, but I guess like with memes, everything is exaggerated. But INFPs I get along with INFPs because
So like how many INFPs do you have in your life right now?
one.
And it's me.
It's you. Yeah, and I am
Or
an INFJ. I actually know more INFJs than
mm,
INFP, even though INFJs, I think in theory, are like the rarest kind. But I
right,
see them popping up everywhere. Like this person, an INFJ. Like,
right.
okay,
Like I don't think it's that rare.
yeah, weird. Or is it? Or maybe it's just like the law of attraction. I guess like just the kind of people that that
Mm,
I attract or I am attracted to. Like it just happens to be all
right.
INFJ. Maybe,
Okay.
maybe it's that.
I don't know,
But
do you think like the MBTI thing is like to some degree correct or like accurate
I guess
with your
it's
experience?
I guess so because I think the first time I took it, I was an INTJ.
What's that?
INTJ.
I
So like
is
instead of INFJ, it's INTJ. Yeah, and the first time I took it, it was back in
mm,
2019, and like
wow.
yeah. So I guess that was a lot of things happened in 2019. I think I changed a lot that year. And I took it one more time in 2020 and one more time in 2021. And they're both INFJs. I guess that's more of like,
Hey.
I guess the updated version of me.
Mhm.
But it kind of makes sense that in 2019 I was an INTJ because
Mm.
I was in denial of my feelings. I guess
Oh,
I
really?
always wanted to be logical because I'm in science and science people don't feel things. Science people are logical. We are thinkers. We're not people who feels. I guess that's the placebo part of me jumping into the test. But yeah, have you ever gotten like a different result?
No, I've always had INFP. Is that my
Mm-hmm.
type? Yeah, my type
Yeah.
INFP. So you're like I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like true to the stereotype.
Kind of
The stereotype of INFPs are basically just airhead.
to explain a little bit the qualities of these types so
Okay,
that people
so
who are not
I
listening
is
to know.
introversion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely introvert, very introverted person.
Yeah.
Um, I think I got a 97% introversion
Yeah.
on that
Same.
test.
Yeah.
And then and then N is
Is it into?
intuitive. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
intuitive, intuition, which I don't really know what it means. And then you have F F is feeling, right? And then
What is it?
P is perspective, I think.
I think it was perceiving.
Oh, perceiving. Okay.
Yeah.
And then J is judging,
Ju-
I
yeah.
think.
I'm very
Yeah.
judgmental.
Mhm.
No, but I think it's not. I think like the judging, it's a bit kind of misleading
Mhm.
because it's not about like being judgmental. I guess it's I don't know. It's more about perspective. Like do you come to a conclusion first or are you more of like a big picture person? It kind of what it is.
I think I'm more like a big picture person. Yeah, I'm very slow to come to a conclusion.
For me, it's like I come to a conclusion first. Like I see it and
Oh, really?
instantly I know what I think of it. And then if it changes, and like I allow for that judgment to change.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
But I make
Well,
the
because
judgment very quick.
yeah. So like, when you think of INFP, who do you think of?
Of you,
No, no, no. Like famous people or like
I actually
characters,
don't. I don't know. I don't know. I think there are some people that are INFP. I don't know that much about celebrities
or
and
like
BTS
I don't know, like characters in movies and books. I think of
characters.
Luna Good Love, Love
Oh
Good,
yeah,
Good
and
Love,
Harry
Love
Potter.
Good. Is it Love Good? I think.
Love good. Love good.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I think she was like the coolest character in Harry Potter.
yeah.
Like
She's so
everyone was
cute.
like panicking and like chaotic, and she was so chill the whole time. She snapped, and she was like,
Right,
"Oh, I'm fine. Nothing happened." And so she's so brave as well,
and
and
she's
like
in touch with like nature. I think
yeah. Yeah, I think that's very you. Because if you know mine, she has like a fucking botanical garden in her room.
my room is a forest.
You
I
can
I
probably
literally
find
have like a big pot of dirt like right
yeah.
next to me right now. and and it's fine. It's fine, guys. I don't need
Yeah.
help.
Right. Yeah.
But like
This is it.
it's kind of like my passion and slightly my downfall.
Yeah, I
Like
can't
I'm
do the
fine with it. I'm
planting.
fine with it. I love it, and I embrace everything. And if you know
Mm-hmm.
me, if you follow me on my personal account, you probably know that I am starting to experiment with herbalism, which is the practice of using herbs and plants for your body. So you drink it, or like you use it on your body, on your skins and things like that. I'm experimenting and it's been really fun. I just made my pomelo peel tea and it was delightful. I really like it. I also started to experiment more with pressed flowers and I'm so happy that I did because now I have like so many like cute little art quote unquote in my room now and it's so adorable. I think like it's bringing like a touch of nature into your room and I think it's so unnatural almost to not to have plants or anything that reminds you of nature in your room in your household because
Yeah,
that's what
that's my.
people are supposed to do. I think people are supposed to live in harmony with nature.
I Well, there's nothing that is alive in my room, including me. So
You can try
the,
like you can try a pothos or a
I don't
cacti
know.
or a cactus.
I
I think
I guess I'm just lazy, and I like it. Like
it's gonna
it
be
looks
cute.
cute.
It's gonna be cute.
I like it when I walk past like the plant shop nearby my house, but I never walked in. I never purchased anything.
Mhm.
Um, I think like the closest thing I've ever. I don't know if it counts, but I bought a basil plant and I eat the basil and I threw out everything
Oh
because
no.
I cannot keep them alive. Or maybe it was not supposed to be kept, I guess. It was just like a basil with some dirt in the like at the roots to keep it
Mhm.
fresh for like a week. So I don't know if I can
Oh,
put it
okay.
in a pot or something. So I was just
Basil
like,
are like very easy to propagate, so you just need to strip off the leaves at the bottom, and then you stick that into water, um, and just leave it in like slightly lit room,
mhm.
and not too cold, and then you have a plant that you can um, you know put in a pot somewhere and grow. Basil are very easy. Are you talking about a Vietnamese basil or?
No, not that
Oh
basil.
yeah,
The
no,
basil
no,
I
no,
use
no.
at
But like Italian
pizza.
basil?
Yeah, Italian
Oh,
basil.
like that is also like in the same family, so it's supposed to be just as easy to grow.
Yeah, I don't know, but I would probably leave it that because yeah.
Yeah, you can try
Like
pothos. It's really easy.
the closest thing that is alive in my room is essential oils. I have a diffuser. Is that
Oh,
it's my room is smelling
that's really nice.
like mint right now. So that's cool.
I have
Um
I just I have that too. I have mint, I have lemongrass, and I have this. I don't know how to say this in English, but I think in Vietnamese we say trái Phật
I don't
thủ.
know. I
It's
don't know what that is.
I don't
I
know.
don't know what that is. Okay.
It's
Oh, but like also with the essential oils thing, is like I only have one bottle of essential oils. I'm not the person that have a collection of them because there's too much.
mm,
I so maybe I would fancy other smell that day, but I only have one option. That is the mint bottle
mm.
that was on sale at Sprouts a month ago. So that's yeah,
You should
I'm very old
try
man.
lemongrass.
Yeah. Well, we got off rails. I don't know if it has anything to do with our MBTI.
Okay. Oh, like if you look at the MBTI page or website, you see that the INFP is represented by this hippie looking lady with like butterflies and flowers. It's kind of like me. Which is like I'm always like, oh no, I'm not the stereotypical um INFP, but like when you look around me with all these
Mm-hmm.
plants and dirt and soil and like herbalism and like flowers and like books, I kind of
Yeah.
am.
You
I kind of
are
am.
you just are you just in denial?
I think so. I
Why
think
though?
I am. I
Why
don't
do you
know.
resent that idea?
Because like the way that people represent INFPs or like these puppies, it's like super
Mhm.
naive, and I don't want to be that. But
You're
maybe I
kind
am
of
that.
maybe. Who knows?
Maybe.
I think there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I do understand that it's like people like, more edgy characters. So
Right. I've
INFPs are just
always
not.
wanted to be edgy when I was
Hmm.
in high school or middle school, but
Hmm.
when
It didn't happen.
we were kind of edgy,
Well,
but like
not the kind of edgy
it
that you want to be.
right, but like it's not my aesthetic. It's not what I want to
Let's
be.
just
Like, it's
say
just
like
being
that.
asshole to people, and I don't want to be that anymore. And
True,
it
true.
it took so much knowledge and reading and learning about yourself to to be kind to other people. And I don't want to lose that. I want to
Now,
kind of do that
see,
part of me. If you hear like some changes in my accent, it's because we've been doing a British accent
oh my
before
God.
this recording
Yeah.
session, and it was a tremendous failure. And
The
so
original plan was just do an episode in English, like literally English with a British accent, and
as a joke, but
as a joke.
dude, I don't think it's a joke anymore.
I feel
Okay,
like are we turning British, at this
I
rate?
I don't know. I really
It's
don't know.
right. Anyways, if you hear me slip into the British accent, please don't turn this podcast off.
Right, just
I'm
don't
trying
ignore
my
it.
best.
Just ignore that and like
Yeah. We are not British wannabe. Okay, we kind of, but
okay,
not really. Okay, we
we
don't want to do
coordinate.
that. Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to MBTI because like this is way too off topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it takes a lot to become the person that you are, and people don't realize that.
I think that the thing with being yourself is that it's not about that. It's about knowing what yourself is. Like, what does that mean to you? Is it just like an idea? Like, is it just an idealized version of yourself? Because society is telling you to be a certain way, and you
Right.
aim
And
that,
like
and you
my
think that.
personality depends so much on the environment that I'm in.
Yeah.
Like you might think that I am such a sweet sounding person right now, but like if you um if you
I'm sorry. I
go to
shouldn't be
school with me,
laughing.
if you go to school with me in university and you work with me in a group project, I'm kind of like the necessary evil of the group. I feel like when people listen to me, they don't immediately assume that I can take the leader role. But in university, that is my default role, right? Like I'm always the leader, quote unquote, of
Right.
the group. And
Yeah.
I actually had to practice that. I actually had to take on a different persona to do that kind of job because people don't, like this voice is not going to work when you are working with assholes, and
Yeah.
yeah, and
I
I
think so.
like
I've
my
never.
voice changes like so much when I'm more serious, and
Mhm.
it goes so deep. I guess there is an explanation for this, like, because when especially women, like I feel like I when I want to be taken seriously, I have to be more masculine, talk more
Oh,
masculinely.
we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah. And every time I do that, I feel so bad. But at the same time, like that's the thing
I mean,
that
if
makes
that's
things
smart,
work. Right.
right?
And then I go back home and, take care of my plants and like and sing like
Are
Opera
you
Affair.
a Russian spy?
I'm
Is
a
that what
Russian
it is?
spy. Yeah, like I would be a good spy, I can do a British accent.
You cannot do a British accent. Let's face it. Can you do an American accent, like legit American?
I don't know, like my accent is kind of like,
Yeah,
what is that?
just
It's
like every.
Vietnamese, American-ish,
Mm,
like and like a mishmash of everything. I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah,
doesn't matter. The accent doesn't matter, but yeah, are you a Russian spy? Like, are you an
I am.
imposter?
We can like give me a sentence.
Confession.
Give me a sentence, and I'm gonna try to say that in an American accent. This is your this is your chance to react to another person's English. Yeah, this video is basically IELTS 9 chấm react tiếng Anh của Mai.
Oh my god.
Oh, give me a sentence. An American sentence.
Sentence. What would that be? I'm having a really hard time thinking of a fun. Does it have to be a funny sentence?
Does it have to be a funny sentence?
Yeah.
Is that American? That's kind of American, I guess. It's kind of. I know. Okay, oh my god, this is like so off topic. Let's go back to MBTI.
Let's go back to the MBTI.
Oh
we
my
have
god.
not even moved into our Disney princess quiz yet.
Oh my god, I haven't done that. Like, have you?
Yeah.
Like, what are you?
I'm a Cinderella.
You're a Cinderella?
Which is, yeah, I'm a Cinderella. It's just so
what?
not.
Why?
Like me.
Why though? Because Cinderella is like
doing the dishes. I guess that's the work that I do.
I don't know. Like, I feel like Disney princesses are like so void of like personality. That I
think you would get
the difference between like Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty. They're just like beautiful women.
No, but
dancing,
Sleeping
right?
Beauty would have like a good sleep routine, which I don't have. So Sleeping Beauty is out the window. I am not sleeping and I'm not a beauty. So there you go. But I feel like you would get Bella. Like
Bella?
Yeah. Is it
Why?
Bella? Bella? Like Beauty and the Beast?
It's Belle. Yeah, she's French, right?
I don't know.
Bella doesn't sound very French. It's Belle or something. Belle.
Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like you would get her.
Why?
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Like, I don't remember the stories, but I don't remember anything about her.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, you know what? I'll take that back.
The bookworm?
Yeah, she
is. Is that why? Oh, okay. I can see that.
Maybe not. I feel like she is like much more kind of like affirmative.
Affirmative. What's that?
I don't know. Because like she healed this kind of beast.
Oh, like bitch, I would never have like the time to do that. Like get out. Like I'm like,
yeah.
How do I get out of this castle?
Can you be Mulan? No, you can't be.
I can't be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like she dressed up as a man, go to war.
Right. I can do that.
As a woman again.
I can do that. like the shape shifting, the the shape shifting aspect of that, and also the multi personality of her. I do have that. Like I can be strong when I want.
Yeah. So I guess you're Mulan, and I don't think the Cinderella thing is accurate because like obviously this is the BuzzFeed quiz.
Oh,
so it's highly inaccurate. But I don't know, what should I be? Do you feel like okay, what is you would say the biggest difference between our personality? Difference. I guess I seem more assertive, but inside I am more broken. Like I'm softer. I feel I feel like I'm less confident in myself. I have less trust in myself, I think. Maybe.
I don't think I have like a lot of trust in myself. Like the reason that I'm like super kind of confident right now in my studies in my university is because the environment kind of forced me to be that way, because I kind of had to take on a persona to survive.
But it's also part of you, right? It's a part of you, but I cannot take on a persona and fake that.
Right. I can fake. Like you know what? Like that is the biggest difference between us. Like I'm pretty fake.
You're not fake again. I guess it's still you, right? Maybe you don't identify with it as much as you're a plant person.
Maybe being fake is a part of me.
Maybe it is. It's not like I'm not saying like I'm super authentic and everything, but I guess like it's hard for me to employ a persona for for somebody else, I guess. But my personality switches like all the time, right? If I need to be extroverted in that one moment, I can put it off. It's I can do that. I can kind of do that. And I think so according to MBTI,
INFPs are more flexible in their personality.
I
So
see.
maybe that's because of
Maybe
that.
that's the case. I
More
guess
adaptable. So maybe that's what it is.
it's also the Capricorn part of me. Like I'm kind of
Maybe. I don't
I'm not
know.
as flexible. Like I'm pretty stiff and like I like organizing. I like planning things and
Oh my
put things
God.
in
Oh, okay.
order.
That is a big difference. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I cannot plan. And
Mm.
whenever I plan, things fall apart. And if you just take a look at my room, I have like terracotta pot, planners, I have soil, I have a bunch of things in my room right now on my tables, and it's never organized.
My
And
room isn't
it's kind of
organized.
my aesthetic, it's kind of like,
I'm not organized, but like not super organized, I guess, my room. There's a system here, but it's not super organized. Thing is,
I
I
don't
don't
know
think
if
it's
I have a
aesthetic.
system yet.
It's not my aesthetic. I don't like it, but I'm doing it because I don't have time. Well, actually, I kind of have time because it takes like 5 minutes to clean things up, but I don't want to do it. I'm not in the mood to clean my room, and it's not looking terrible, honestly. It looks fine. Just not as nice as I want it to be.
Do you think we've grown a lot since, I don't know, high school? Because I remember in high school we were like super like asshole to other
Oh my
people.
god.
Like
That's
I talk about this
terrible.
on Instagram, but like, do you remember the yearbook?
Oh my god. I totally forgot about it until you mentioned it on Instagram.
Right. So like, okay, in case you missed it, we basically make fun of this one very sweet girl like multiple times, and then we put, the English mistake that she made in her yearbook as the only thing that is about her in the yearbook, and it's like in big font, right? And it's
We allowed that to define her.
right, and everyone wanted to see that, and they, oh my God, this is so funny.
Yeah, and like we didn't know, we didn't even see the problem until like say what 6 years later.
Right, like we didn't even see the problem. Like it's so like being an asshole and being cool, being edgy was our thing, right? But like we, like there's nothing wrong with being kind and nice. It actually takes a lot of courage, a lot of knowledge in order to be nice. And
True.
for some reason, we are living in a culture where being nice means being boring, being
like vanilla.
right.
Yeah.
Right. It has like some sort of like bad connotation to it.
And I'm sorry, like I don't know if people know, but vanilla is expensive as hell. It's so hard to cultivate. You have only like a certain window in a year to like, I don't know, like pollinate it, and then it's very strict. It's very expensive. So vanilla is the thing, We're expensive. You thought it's basic, but it's not. It is expensive. And just same goes with, I guess, like it's a lot of work. I
think there's like something is fundamentally wrong with a society where sensitivity, kindness, basically kindness is seen as weakness, and I think that's so wrong. Like I don't want to live in that society, but unfortunately, that is,
that's
the situation. Yeah.
And I guess like it's a learning curve too. Like we are actually not that soft and sensitive and kind. It's like there are triggers, like the devil in us will come out.
Right. Like if you
at one point.
Yeah, like if you are in a group project with me and you mess everything up, like I'll be the devil. Like I will make sure that you die on that hill. You will die. Like, oh my God. And I would I would not hesitate to criticize you. I would not, scream at you or anything. But like I would not hesitate. I would not be soft, And I have made people cry before, multiple times. So like apparently I do have an intimidating voice. I do.
I've never actually heard that voice from you.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think I've ever. Can you do like a little demo for me?
I don't know. I'm like so shy right now.
Yes.
See, this I cannot do that. See, this is hard. See.
Yeah. I guess so. Yeah.
Also, it's pretty hard in this accent because like my accent is currently now like half British, half American, half Vietnamese.
Oh, it's definitely not even an ounce of British in there. Okay, I'm sorry to break it, but it's not working. Your
Okay,
your Harry
like I don't know
Potter
what I don't know
marathon
what
did
it
not
is.
work.
Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Oh my god. I'm calling the police, okay? I'm calling police before if England decide to bomb Vietnam, it's
Because
our
of
fault.
this.
Yeah, it's our
Okay,
fault.
I
Okay,
plead
but
guilty. Mm.
guilty, treason, whatever that is. Anyways, I think like it's a learning curve to be kind, and I put effort in it, but it's sometimes it's so hard, you know? People get on my nerves. You don't even have to do anything to be an asshole.
Right, you
It's
just
already in me.
right. It's
It's
kind of like
me.
I have like a resting bitch face. So and I think you do too.
I
I'm
do.
sorry. But like I'm sorry, we just have like really fucked up face.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds bad. That sounds bad. I'm sorry. We just have like a very like mean face and like very cold. So
I think
if I don't
the
do anything,
mask really
people
helped, I guess. Because
right.
everybody looked the same with the mask on. So people would assume that I have a friendly face, but I don't. So they wouldn't see my resting bitch face. And that helps a lot with just like relationship in school. I wouldn't look
Right.
like a, you know, like a, what is it? Like a bitch. Yeah. So basically. But I think like if you see me in school, it really shows that I'm incredibly awkward. I don't know where to stand. Like where people when people are talking to each other, like I don't know if I should be there or should I leave?
Right.
Should I jump in the conversation? And like
Right.
it's so awkward with the professor. I'm just like I don't know what to say. And my biggest fear is when I have reached a time where I need to ask my advisor for a letter of recommendation. That will be hell. I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't know what to say. I don't know. But yeah. But at school, even with my classmates, it's really awkward. I just don't know how they became friends. I want to be friends with them. They seem like cool, nice people. But I don't know how to be friends with people. I'm just so awkward. And I'm like, I'm so comfortable with myself. Like I don't find it like a terrible thing to have lunch alone or, you know, to like not have that many friends.
Right. I mean, I like to be like completely honest. I don't want to be friends or like close friends with anyone in my university because they all seem super, you know, I don't think we're compatible, you know. And I actually really enjoy my time alone, you know, just sitting down with my vegan lunch because I'm vegan. Oh, we're both vegan, by the way.
Yeah.
And I love sitting down with my meal and have like music and like a calm moment by myself, like and
That's
looking at you know the
exactly.
trees and the plants. Like that's
Yeah.
I like that. The only thing that I had to complain is that we don't have like very nice spots to sit because you know mosquitoes and like the sunlight, you know, is
Right, the tropical
right.
country of
It's honestly,
Vietnam,
oh
really
god, it's
Korea.
hell.
Yeah, it's literally hell. I don't know. It's like for me, that's actually is the part that I miss the most about online school because I get to have lunch, like nice lunch, with at my own pace, in my room, you know, in my pajamas. Like, come on, like that is a novelty, and that's I kind of miss that, honestly.
I really like online learning. I really like that. I don't like spending 3 hours a day commuting.
Yeah.
It's exhausting, and like being with people is like physically it's a lot. It's a lot. It's
True. It's like the thing is like if my major cannot be done online completely because the online lab sucks. Okay, they were terrible. And even like some classes sucked online. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the connection with the professor or something like that. But online classes sucked for my major. So yeah, but the people part, like, I guess I just got so used to being at home. When I got back out there, like back in school in person, I got so overwhelmed. Like, how are these people already friends? Like, what's happening here? And, like, I realized, oh, I'm a transfer student. Obviously, they're already friends since freshman years. But anyways, it's like, yeah, I just don't know how to be friendly with people. Like,
It's
yeah,
hard, because like
hard.
this
And
part of me
so
is just like, oh, that's so desperate, right? Oh, that's so desperate. Like if I go out my way to be be nice with them, to be friendly with them, and if that is not reciprocated, that'll be really embarrassing.
it is, yeah, it would be embarrassing.
So
I don't see
it's
this
kind
like,
of lucky for me. I don't have anyone that I want to be friends with. So
okay, it's a
at least in
different
my
situation.
at least in my school, which is such a shame because God, I thought I would meet like some like-minded people, but like,
yeah,
I don't even talk to most people in university. I don't even know their names.
it's like with when you're like as young as we are, it's I guess it's like a popular thing to have this idea of like getting out there and know all of these people and making friends and being super social because that's what you do in your 20s. But we are just like a potato. We are potatoes. We're Yukon Go potatoes. And we're just sitting here talking to each other and not making friends at all.
I mean, it's not so bad. I mean, it's not too bad. I wish
bad,
I wish my friends are here. I wish all my friends are here, but they're not. But I can always talk to them, online. And I don't mind being on my own. I don't mind being that.
The thing is, like, I really enjoy. You remember when I was in Vietnam with you? We hang out all the time. That's the part that I want. Like the point, if I'm making a new friend right now, that's what I want. I want to hang out with them. I want to like just like grab coffee or go to the farmers market together.
It's super low key,
Yeah, very low key. Or just like hang out in our room and
like remember when you came over and we just watched a movie and we didn't do anything, just eat. We just we just eat, right? Watch movies and then just talk. Like
it's honestly so sad.
I really like it.
Do it now. We haven't hung out since 2019.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you look like now.
Oh yeah, because I'm using a PC. Well, I can use my laptop and this webcam, but like,
whatever.
Like I cannot connect my microphone to it, so it's kind of a bummer. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. But it's fine. Anyways, that's went off rail. That's not about personality test. Let's get back to the personality test.
Okay, so
what Hogwarts house are you in? Or
I don't remember. I don't remember. It's not Gryffindor. It's not Gryffindor. It's not Slytherin.
Okay. Is it Ravenclaw?
I think it's Ravenclaw or the other one.
Hufflepuff? Hufflepuff is where Cedric Diggory was in. Like the guy died. Do you remember that guy?
I remember. Robert Pattinson, right?
Yeah, that was him.
I think I'm Ravenclaw. I don't know the difference between Ravenclaw and what's it again?
Really, Hufflepuff.
Yeah, I remember.
Hufflepuff are like loyal and they're softer people. I guess like they're not super competitive. And they're loyal and kind.
Like that is such like a paradox in my personality. Like I have this like very soft personality, which I consider, the deeper part of myself, the more vulnerable part of myself. And that this, part that I show, people in school is super competitive and well, not super competitive, but like, serious and like goal driven, which I like. Frankly, I kind of made that persona up. It's so not me, and I felt so wrong being that in
No,
that position. And
I think
but like
it's fine.
I feel like I'm being forced to be, business-like, serious.
I mean, if you have to do it, you have to do it. I guess it's.
Right. I'm forced to
Don't
be
you
super
think that
assertive.
this podcast is a is a business,
Kind of.
right?
I know. I guess.
We are
A little
we
bit.
are CEO. We are fucking CEOs, guys. Like
Okay.
maybe one day, if
Entrepreneur.
you think of like a startup CEO, you wouldn't think of who would that be? Mark Zuckerberg? Is that
Yeah.
what his name is? I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
know. You would think him and like made Facebook. Oh no, Meta. Is it? Is that what it is?
Metaverse, I
Meta?
think.
Metaverse. That is. You wouldn't think of him. You would think of Wun and Mai.
Like we are among the first podcasts in Vietnam, and we're among the oldest and the longest running podcasts in
Mhm.
Vietnam. So it's great.
I think that's
Um,
great, but like, I think we need to take into account of the growth of podcasts.
right. So like people grow
Right. Because
super fast and we're like,
we're
chill
just
here,
like
it's fine.
chilling. We're like,
It's fine.
yeah. So
Oh,
in order to accelerate the rate of this podcast, the rate of growth of this podcast, you guys need to like, share, subscribe to this podcast and
mm.
leave us a review if you can. We really appreciate that. Do you feel like we take on a different persona when we speak English?
Oh,
Because I
definitely.
feel like so.
Well, I don't do I take on
I
a
feel
different
like
persona.
no, it's the opposite. Like I feel when you speak Vietnamese, you're a bit more dynamic. Like you're softer when you speak English.
Well, that's only because I train myself to speak confidently in Vietnamese, and because I need to have a more assertive, authoritative voice in Vietnamame, to deal with people in university. So I feel like that's why. And in my college, I always try to be dynamic, because that what is kind of expected of me from the teachers and the lecturers. And I think that's why I have like different personas now in Vietnamese. I feel like this is how I would speak if I'm comfortable and like just in my zone, with my plants, with my pressed flowers, with my soil that's going bad. Yeah, like I was speaking with the same tone in Vietnamese. But it's hard because when we talk about like things that are a bit more serious, I feel like this voice might not work. I don't know. Like I always have that fear of being
Is it
as
because it's softer?
I'm sorry?
Is it because it's softer and more feminine? So like you
Right,
think
right.
people
And
can't take you
like
seriously?
yeah, like I have this fear that people don't take me seriously because I like naturally I do have like a very soft voice. And I train myself to have like a strong voice, right? And I learned that people would take advantage of what they perceive me as if I speak in a soft voice, which is more in tune with my personality. But when I speak in my manner, in my way, with this soft voice, I feel so much at peace. I feel so much like the person that I am. And like I feel like I'm in harmony with all parts of me. And it's kind of sad that I try to hide it because I want to appear as this logical person, this strong person, right? Because I had like a lot of as shall I say, difficult situation where being sensitive, being soft was what put me in danger, what put me in vulnerable situation where people can hurt me easily. And I think that might create some sort of trauma response. And yeah, so maybe that's why. But I'm gonna try, to be to speak more like this, like more like myself. Yeah, but it's hard. I do feel like when I speak like this, people like it more. People feel like there's a sincerity to it. And there's something that is so strange and almost soothing about speaking like the person that you are, speaking like your style in your style. And I think it's good for me and it's good for people who listen to me. Obviously, I'm not gonna use this voice when I'm talking to like assholes in university. I would not. Like I'm gonna use like a stronger voice to talk to them because they need to be shut down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Own it. You gotta own it. I'm gonna own that voice.
Yeah,
But
right.
yeah, do you think I
Yeah.
sound different when I speak English?
No, I don't
No?
notice that. I don't think I noticed anything.
Yeah, maybe it's because I don't speak Vietnamese often. So like there isn't the
I don't
situation
know.
where I have to like force myself to appeal a certain way.
Right. Well, you're pretty like constant, like persistent, with consistent, I'm sorry, with your personality. I'm a little bit more flexible, I guess, a bit more fake.
No, you're not fake. I think you're fine. It's fine. I think it's like
Yeah.
if it's you, it's you. You know, like
Right,
even if
right,
something that you don't like, it's if it's a part of you that you don't like,
right.
it's still you.
Mm.
And yeah, it's not just you because you like yourself to act that way.
You know what?
Everything is
In
yeah,
conclusion, being fake is fine. Assume
it's
it. Wait,
fine.
assume, that's not the word in English. Embrace it. I'm embracing being fake, because that what works in this world, you know?
Right.
Like I
And I
try
think
to
like
be soft. I try to be like more myself, but like people think that's weird. Like, and I had like such like
you
bad
think
like
that?
memories of that because when I was a child, I can say super like I was an airhead. I was super. My head was on cloud nine all the time, and people kind of picked me on that. Um,
Mm.
and I'm kind of mocked for being like this. Oh my god, look at this kid like touching like grass. So, and like I don't know, because I'm very easily fascinated by the little things, like new leaves on a branch, or like little flowers, or like a weed that is growing in between the crack on the wall. I'm very fascinated by everything, and people think that's weird. People thought that was weird,
Mhm.
and for so long, that was the part that I tried to suppress, because it's not socially acceptable to be that childlike. And I want to embrace that because, now that I'm kind of an adult, I realize the importance of connecting with yourself and your inner child, as they say on Instagram, right? And
Yeah.
I've also seen like good representations of people like that. With Aurora, I've recently been obsessed with her and her music and her style. I really like her, and also Florence Welch from Florence and the Machine. And being able to see people like that is very special to me. And I only started to utilize my gardens, my plants, my herbs, my flowers. When I started to see people doing that, and it's actually not that weird. It's actually a part that of my personality that needs to be highlighted more, and I should not be ashamed of that. Just because
Yeah.
some people, some kids in elementary school or middle school thought that was weird. I cannot really hide in a way because like even in high school or even in university now, there are moments that I just cannot. I have to. I don't fake. My personality all the time. I don't put on a strong, independent woman face all the time because we have a lot of plans, and I'm very fascinated with plants. And whenever I see a plant, I'm like this little child. I have to touch it. I have to like know what species it is. Like, I have to know the scientific name. I have to know everything about it. And I like that about myself, and like I hope that people can see that and like realize it's safe to be that. And what's wrong is actually the notion that it's not normal, or the fact that people take advantage of people who are a little bit more sincere, authentic with themselves. And I think that is the thing that is wrong with our society, and not
Yeah.
who you are.
I
So
agree. And I think like say we need to redefine strong.
right,
Just strong isn't about just like bossing around. That's not what strong means, I guess. I think strength comes in like willing to accept that you are flawed and that you can have through mistake too. And like as easy as it sounds when I say it, it's really hard. I try so many times because like we are constantly bombarding by society that we need to be a certain way. You have to change something about yourself to be viewed as valuable, and
Right.
and it's
Like
scary.
this sort of like personality, the people that the societies kind of expect us to be in order to be successful. It's kind of like this arrivist opportunist, yeah, opportunistic person. And I don't think like I can be that. I don't think I can be that.
Yeah.
Not everyone is, like super confident, like independent, and like a leader, like critical thinking, and like, and at the same time, as like arrivist, opportunistic. I cannot pronounce things, etc. And that is such an unrealistic view of what a person can be, because people are diverse, and so are personalities.
Yeah, and it's just, I guess that fails to understand the nuance of people. And I think boxing everyone into a certain standard doesn't really serve anyone, because we all know it's diversity that brings out innovation, I guess. That brings out progress. And
you know what? Like, you know what's sad? Like, it's the narcissistic, egoistic people that always get rewarded by society.
And like they just ate that shit up and left no crumb for us. We're just like starving here.
Like the people who actually the most giving, loving, who are the most capable of changing the world, they don't care enough about like superficial reward. They don't care if their name ever appear on the press.
But like, I think they deserve the reward
and respect, right?
Yeah, true. And it's like, and the fact that they're not rewarded, I think it's like what's the wrong thing is too is like typically like people who are kind and giving and like doing good for society, people put the pressure on them that that like those virtuous people should not be rich, should not ask for any monetary return. Even when they work hard for their quest. And I think that's really wrong, because if they work hard for something, they should be rewarded for it. And money, I guess, like, is superficial, but they deserve it. They deserve it so much more than this fucking asshole called, what is his name? Like Ben something. I don't want to know. I refuse to learn what his real name is. Like, I just like Ben. Like, oh yeah, that dude, that Amazon dude, because I refuse to know his name.
Oh, I don't remember his name either. But
it's asshole.
Yeah, like exploitation is the way to go.
Yeah. My God.
Oh God, what do we have? What else do we have?
What else do we have?
Basically, being yourself is hard. Being yourself is hard, kid.
So hard. I think it comes with a lot of tears and pain as well, especially like when we're in like at the end of our teenage years, and also like our early 20s. It's about.
But I actually think that our past self would think that we are very cool.
True, because this is the person that my teenage me wanted to be, but I just couldn't admit it because it was not perceived as cool by society. So I was just like secretly hoping to be me right now. It was just a secret. It was just between us. So yeah,
is that
we're pretty cool people. You know that?
Oh right. I don't know. Like I always have this I don't know, I just cannot admit it when people call me like anything good, you know.
True.
So according to you, you know, some of our listeners have said that I am cool, but I cannot admit it to myself. I don't know, like it's I know I should be happy. I know I should be flattered, but there's a part of me that was just like, oh my God, I'm not. Like, stop it. I just cannot.
I think
that's myself, and that's
Is it imposter syndrome?
I think so.
Yeah, I guess it's a part of all of us, I guess, but yeah, imposter syndrome is real and it's getting very severe here. Especially with me, and I don't know, it's like a weird thing because I know I guess I deserve my achievement, but at the same time I feel like it's all fake. Like, what does that say about me?
Right.
I do not stand out.
On the other hand, like if I made the exactly same achievements, you would never think like any of that was fake.
Yeah, I've never think like when that person told me that they think of you as like a cool person, I was not cringing at all. I was like, yeah, of course he's cool.
Like the only person who cringed was me. Like, oh, that's like that's not like maybe I need to embrace that. I need to embrace the way that people perceive me.
I think it's hard. It's also like as women, it's hard because like obviously like society is telling you that you're worth a lot less than a man.
Right.
That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate, especially like in this age and time. But yeah, that's what it is, I guess. Just
this weird. Is why we need feminism. Okay.
Yeah, that's why we do what we're doing. Maybe we should get back on the feminism thing. Like when TikTok kind of blew up. Remember last time with the
we're gonna talk about doing laundry.
Yeah, we're gonna do laundry. Yeah.
And then,
so I guess it's like it's so painful, honestly.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just touched my microphone.
I was just like, it's really painful. I cried many times. I cried a lot more than you think I do. Yeah, I still do cry now because I feel like I failed myself sometimes, and it's really hard because I'm at the end of my bachelor degree, and it's about time for me to pitch myself to other people, whether it's like a company or like a higher education institution. I have to show them that I stand out and I am special, but I don't think I am. Like on the resume, it might look like I am, but if you talk to me, you can sense the insecurity in my voice. You can sense it. Like I can sense it from the way I talk, and there's no way the other person is not sensing it by talking to me.
I think I might do a little better because I have a persona that I have cultivated for so long.
I agree.
So maybe I can fake it. I can be, yes, I have done this and I'm very proud of this and something like that.
Like all the time, like the long run?
I don't think so. And I really don't think so. I don't feel comfortable being
break?
Like that.
Will you break?
I think I will. I don't think I'm very comfortable being the asshole or the authoritative voice of reason,
Right.
But God, like it's so necessary. God, sometimes it's necessary to be firm, to be assertive, because I can be firm in, speaking softly, being full to myself, but people would not take it seriously, and I have to like talk a different way, do like gesture, like in a different way, like everything in a different way, so people take me more seriously.
Is it because you're in an environment with assholes?
I don't know. I
mean, I've never been actually forced to take on leader roles, I guess. So I don't feel that way. There's always an opt-out option. So that's great for me because I don't like being the leader, though I kind of have to sometimes, but not really that often. Not like you, like all the time. It sounds like hell, honestly.
Yeah, almost. Oh God, like hell is probably a group assignment that never ends. Can you imagine? Oh no!
I hate group assignments so much. I don't know if how teamwork would play in I guess a real life situation, like a professional setting, because a school is a little bit tricky because your classmates are hypothetically your friends, right? You're in friendly terms with them, or there's no necessarily any hierarchy, you're equals, and that makes it a little bit tricky to approach. I think I feel feel like everything's just a bit more casual. I don't know about your case though. It would just
I
be
don't
like a
know.
recipe for
I
disaster.
don't know. Like I've yelled people who are 1 or 2 years older than me before. It's fine.
It might be different because if you're in like a corporate situation, you cannot do that, right? With your peers or your coworkers, you cannot scream at them.
I guess. Well, I never like scream. I never scream at anyone, but
I know.
would like criticize them like no like filter, you know. And I got used to it, you know.
And you will do it again.
Yeah, which is I do feel bad for doing that, but I swear, like I only do that when people are being assholes to me. I swear. Okay.
I mean, you remember the last time we were nice and what happened to that? It was we were gaslighted and bullied.
Like when you are presenting yourself in like this nice, kind version of yourself, people take that as a, you know, come and disrespect me kind of sign, you know. And I don't like that. And I don't really like that. The thing that is wrong is not because, you know, of who you are, of who you present yourself to be, but because of how people take advantage of that, how people do not respect, you know, you because of the way you sound, because of how you look, etc. And it's disgusting, honestly.
And it's incredibly tricky to deal with that. Because like, what should I do now? Like, because I'm obviously like you're forced to be kind of like the kind of person that you don't want to be, but you obviously like there's no other option. And like I guess like the narrative, like the underlying narrative of that too is that you're not worth respecting, like who the real version of you.
Like, it's so sad because I'm worthy of that. And it's so sad that, you know, society is telling me that I don't, if I act in a certain way, if I dress in a certain way, if I think in a certain way, if I express myself in a certain way, I don't deserve as much respect from other people, which is so, I don't know, it's so sad.
I also feel like usually society or corporates or companies, businesses, they favor extroverts. Like people are who are more comfortable with like getting themselves out there and like networking and doing all of that like exhausting communicating stuff. And we are not. I'm not saying we're bad communicators. Like I think we are pretty good.
I'm pretty good. I think I'm pretty good.
We get a point here, but like if I have to go out of my way to make the connection, like networking to get something monetary out of it, I don't feel comfortable doing so.
Like I want people to come to me. I'm not just at home with my cat and my tea and and my plants. And if you need me, call. Oh, don't call me. Text me.
Yeah,
email
please
me.
Don't call me. I'm bad with texting. I'm so awkward. Yeah, but I guess like it's tricky. But we're not in a position to like just sit there and opportunity will come as a we're not there yet, I guess. Unless you're interested in their podcast and you want to reach out to our emails and sponsor us,
go ahead.
You are more than welcome to do so. Yeah, we have our emails down there. We have our emails on our Instagram bio.
You can just tag us on Instagram. Yeah, like any time if you have like ideas for the next episode. Like don't be shy. Don't hesitate.
If you're a coffee brand, we would highly appreciate it.
Please give us coffee.
Give us some free coffee. And even if you're a coffee brand that we don't like, we will take the sponsorship and we will delete everything that we say badly about you on the internet. Because if we don't like you, we don't like your coffee, we definitely have like shit talking it on the internet. So even if you sponsor us, everything will just cease to exist, all of the bad thing, and it will be a fabulous partnership with money and free coffee, of course.
What else? Oh God, I think I have run out of things to say.
Same. I think this is an interesting episode because like like the original thesis was personality test and then we went off rail very quickly.
But, that's kind of the point of this podcast. Like you never get what you think you would get with this podcast. Like I think this podcast is going to end? No, it's not. You think we're going to open coffee? No, we're not.
Oh, or like, what is it? Modern women hate washing dishes? No, we're not. We don't. It's just, yeah. So like all of that. I guess you're never you this is what you pay for, and you didn't pay for it. So
Oh, do you want to have some words, some wise words to our listeners who might be a little bit younger than we are? We're 21, by the way.
oh, like, do you want it like to be like a serious thing?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, you
Like,
can
what's
go
the wisdom of the day? Okay.
if it's your idea. I'm sure you have something simming up in your head.
I know. Okay, so basically, if you are in high school or in university right now, try to get in touch with who you are, and yeah, don't be afraid of be who you are. People might think you weird, but they get used to it, you know.
Yeah.
I don't have like any like meaningful advice.
I think especially like when you're in high school, or guess like young 20s, or like the whole 20s, you are pressured to be yourself, I guess. Like, who am I, right? What I want to do, what I'm going to make money from, like how is it going to plan out? And it's the defining moments of your life, and you're pressured to find yourself, and it's really hard. And there's a lot of noise around that, because obviously everyone wants to tell us what to do. Everyone wants us to be some kind of version of themselves, actually, and it's really confusing and painful a lot of the time. And I think you are allowed to be yourself. You are allowed to find yourself, even when that version of yourself is not considered desirable by society. And it will take time, and it will be hard, but it's okay. You'll get there. And yeah, and if you haven't, you can always come back to this podcast, I guess.
That's so nice. Okay, I guess that's how we are going to end this episode. Thank you for listening.
Why do I talk so much better in English?
I don't know. Yeah.
I think that was like my TED Talk moment. I think everything went very smoothly.
That was your moment.
That was my moment.
That was your moment. Okay.
I was the moment.
Okay, thank you for listening. And don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, anywhere, and leave us some comments down below. And bye.